Okay, hi guys. My name is Sergey Savastyuk, and then I'm going to be talking today about how to find winning stocks with AI screener. So the first thing is about Tickeron. Tickeron really helps traders and investors to find really good tools to trade and invest. Screener is primarily for investors, but actually some of the elements of that are for traders. Okay. I have actually, hi, yeah. Yes, I see you here. It's good. Somebody's hi. Okay. So now, how to get access to the screener? So you go to the website, click here on the screener, and then you get to the screener home. Okay. So that's a page for the screener. Okay. What I'm going to do is to present to you several points, right, like that. So introduction to screener, and then I will compare from our terminology, what is the difference between screener and scanner. And let me show you the scanner. So in order to get access to scanners, you go to these trade ideas, and then you see there's a preset features in the screener and the scanner. So for instance, if you want to find one-day top gainers, okay, so then you click right here, and then immediately you have top gainers as of today. And then you see percentage-wise, some of the stocks moved to 28% today, 21, 18. It's between 14% to the 18%. Okay, so that's how easily you can find some of the really good ideas. So, for instance, you come in the morning and then you say, okay, I want to find volume leaders and the stock going up. You click here. So then you're going to see the volume leaders, but that's end of the day, right? You're going to come and going to be able to see these volume leaders as we kind of while the trading going on, okay? So let's see what kind of other scanners you can find. You can find gaps. What is a gap? Gap is the amount of money. It could be gap up and gap down. Let's see if we have a gap down. Oh, gap ups here and only, right? So for instance, the price was approximately here, and you see one-day gap, 21%. So that means the price was approximately here yesterday. Today it started 21% jumping. Okay, so this Camber energy jumped and then stayed above and then ultimately gained 11%, but the day started with 21%. Okay, so for instance, some people do the following trading on gaps. So let me show you how to trade on gaps. So here's a definition of gap. This is the closing price of the yesterday, and then this is the opening price of today. So because of night, something happened or some earnings reports, and you see this is a gap in pricing. Yesterday was one price, today is another price, an opening bell, then that's a gap down. So that's another day goes by, and then that's where there was a closing, and then it jumps up. This gap called gap up, because the price started higher than it closed on the previous day. Okay. So what you can do is trade those gaps. So what happens like that? So you see the closing here, we see the gap down, and then that gap never closed. So that means kind of bad luck, right? But some people trading these gaps down the following. You see, it's another gap and went further down and then ultimately closed the gap. So that point with that arrow shows that the gap is closed, okay? And I used to trade these gaps down and also gaps up. When it goes up, then very high probability that the gap is going to be closed. Let's look at the today gaps. You see, it opened 21%. So that means if you would have entered at 21%, then it went down and actually ended up 11%, but there was almost closed gap right here, okay? So this gap opened and then closed, okay? It closed almost here. Within 30 minutes, you would have done 30%, okay? So that one is a bad luck, and that's where there's some techniques finding what works, what doesn't. It opened with a 90% gap up, but actually added over the day more. So that means this is a really buying opportunities. So if you see that type of activities, then what happens next day, it could begin gap up. And then you might get a chart either this or this. But if you see something going down, the very high probability is going to go close, okay? So you see, this is gap up. It was closed. Within 15 minutes, it was closed. This one struggled, and that means it might gap up tomorrow again, okay? And then at some moment, if it's either it's going to stop gapping up or down, and then it's going to be, or they're going to be closing the gaps. So for instance, this one was a gap up, almost 11%, and within 30 minutes, it closed the gap. So you could have made 10% pretty much within 30 minutes. This one was gap 10%, and went down to about 7%. So that means one could have made like 34% within first 30 minutes, okay? So that's a brief introduction to the scanners, okay? Which we have it right here, okay? Now, let me talk more about the screener, which I showed you right here. So you click here and the screener home. So what we have here is the following. You see group trends. So what is a group trend? Group trend is you click here. And then what you see here, we're giving ratings buy or sell, right, for the groups. So the groups could be industry, theme, or index. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm interested only theme. So for instance, drilling, only 6 stocks been giving the 1 year change 234%, and there was pretty much giving green on any interval, 1 day, 1 week, month, quarter, and 6 months, except this one, but it's still buy. So we're saying, okay, major banks. So you see, within a year, it could have made 79% or 118%. And it's still these groups are the buying opportunities, okay? So how you can look inside of these groups? Let's say major banks, 50 stocks. You click here and then go to the screener. So by initiating this blue field, you can move it to the screener, okay? Again. So that way you see now all these 50 stocks with banks, okay? And you see how well they're doing within 1 year, okay? And what you can do is to find whether or not, you see, they all buy, except only one. They were rating as a sell, all others either buy or strong. No, there's some others, okay? There's about 50 of them. So you see, we're giving here opportunities to buy and sell. You see, we can, out of that group, we can find really good, strong buy opportunities. So you see, with the sorting right here, I extracted strong buys. And now I can create a watch list, okay? Or I can create right here the alerts. So you see, this is the like a bell. You click here. Now you're saying, okay, give me, let's say, oh, you know what? What we're going to do is opposite. What we're going to do, we're going to sort it by cell. Okay, strong cell. You see it going down, but the entire group is going up, right? So what I can do is the following. Kind of, I'm going to say like that. Give me a signal when it's going to change to buy or strong buy. And now I click save and start. And that way you see that bell now is orange. So that means it's activated. And that means I'm going to get a signal on BBD when it's going to change from strong sell to strong buy or buy, okay? So I can do the same here, the sell, and I'm going to say, okay, give me a signal where the system is going to show buy or strong buy. Again, now it's 2 oranges, and the same thing is here, buy and strong buy. Now I have these 3 stocks, okay, which could be interesting to see when they're changing their direction, and then you're going to get a signal, okay? So another way of using that is this is strong buys Bank of America. You can also say, okay, when it's going to be a little bit of pullback, right? This is a price of $42, okay? So what you can do is here, say price target 40, okay? So when it hits 40, that means it pulled back a little bit. Give me a signal when the price target is 40. Well, let's say it's 42, let's say 41, I would be okay with that type of a pullback. And I save, okay? Now I'm going to get a signal when it is still strong buy, will pull back a little bit down, and then I'm going to be able to buy, right? So this JP Morgan could be the same. So let's set up some other buy-sell recommendations. Let's say here I'm interested in a dividend report. I click here and see whether or not I know anything about insider trading. Okay, click here, save and start. Now I'm going to get different types of reports. You see, we have some information how people trading as insiders. That's a legal information, legal acts. But you see, on somebody on the key regional bank, somebody sold 11 million. Okay. Looking at what how big is a bank, so that means somebody is selling, and this one is selling. Oh, you see, it's a lot of selling going on with these banks, which is a kind of a caution type of information. Okay. So now what you can do is to see where you mark this. Okay, you can go to, let's say, here, and then go to the My Watch Lists, and then all signal setups. Okay, you click here. And now you're going to find these banks which we just clicked now in the watch list called all signal setup. So that wherever we set up signals, we're going to see this type of watch list. Actually, soon this watch list is going to be a homepage when you log in. You see, all of them are right now marked for different reasons, for different kind of goals and objectives. But now I'm going to be getting this type of setups right here, and they're absolutely the same. You remember, I mark here buy or strong buy, and then I'm going to get a signal when to buy and when to sell. Okay. Well, actually, I didn't do it here. So if I'm really interested in that stock, here I'm interested to buy a strong buy, and then when the signal sell and strong sell change, then I'm going to get all of them. Okay. So it looks like this is the really first introduction how you can use our buy-sell recommendations. Let's say Ford. So let's assume you click here, and then you immediately see how the stock behaved. And then if you want to see more and read about more, You can click one more time, and now you have full information about what's going on with the stock, okay? So today it dropped, I'm talking about the Ford, and then you see we give you a full analysis of what's going on right now with regard to technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and here's a kind of brief illustration about what's happening here. And this gave a really good buy signal right here. You see, when it jumped, there was a really buy signal. When then 10-day moving average moved above 50-day moving average, that's a typically buy signal. If you don't know anything about these indicators, you click right here and you can read about that, okay? That's kind of the really good ways to learn what's happening, okay? And let's assume you want to test yourself, your intuition, our recommendations. What you can do is do the paper trade. So you can click here and make a paper trade. So it says buy, you click buy, okay, Ford. And now you can really get yourself familiar with either market orders or the pending orders, okay? You can buy on the limit, you can buy on the stop, and then you place the order. So what you're going to see next is the fact that this market right now is closed. It's going to open tomorrow. So that means it's going to open and then buy this. You see the order is pending because it figured that out that the market is closed. Is pending and will be executed after receiving the current price when it's going to be opening bell. Okay. Okay. So that's a kind of way of training yourself how to trade. Actually, we're right now working on a project to make here not the paper trades, but the real trades when you connect our system to the brokerage accounts. Okay. So now let's go back to the this screener. Okay. So we can look at what are the industries perform well. So I click on industries, and now I see that for the last year, energy minerals performed like 600% as a group. Okay, and if you want to see that group, okay, right here, then boom, you have immediately that entire group is right here. How many stocks? 126 stocks. Let's assume you want to drill down and really you can unclick it and say, okay, what performed the best was oil and gas production, because now price of oil going up, 71 stock, and then right here you see all these opportunities of trading. Okay, so that's the way you can find who performs well, and then kind of jump on these opportunities and then enjoy the trend trading, right? So as you can see, it was a little bit of a pullback and then went down. If price of oil continues to go up, then all of these are really good opportunities. So what you can do, you can create a watch list, which you can look tomorrow. Okay, the way it is done, you click here, it's 20. You can load more, and then say, okay, you're going to look 40. So now I'm going to create a watch list, okay, add new, and then I name it here. It is a, let's say, web. So what's that date today? 9/30/21, and that's webcast oil production, right? Okay, you press enter, and now you created a watch list which you can access. Okay, so you go to here, watch list, let's say tomorrow, and then you look in and finding 09. No, it's at 9. I think I have to reload to get this latest data. Okay, my watch lists. Oh, is it 9? This one. This is one. Okay, so now I'm clicking here, and now I'm getting my, you see 9/30/21 webcast all production. So this is a list. Okay. Now, let me go through these columns of that watch list. You see, this is a 1 year change. This is what's going on with the daily gap, right? 1 day gap, 1 year high and lows. You can analyze here. The good thing is that there is a column where you can find the gains when the market is going to open tomorrow. You're going to really track the gains of every stock which is on the list, as well as you can find the news, what's going on with pretty much every stock, you see, and read the articles, okay? Another interesting thing we just released, you can track a performance of that list actually as an aggregate list, okay? Let me show you what it is. So you can, my watch list with P&L, okay? You click here. So here, now I have my watch lists, okay? And then I can go here and find 9. So this is a list, you see? Where is that one? 9:30, you see that one list? So this is the same stocks. And then I can start, you see, I can do the same way. I can say 9/30/21, oil production performance, okay? And publish. So you see, I can do publishing 2 different ways. One is a private, and only I am going to see my performance, or I can do private or public. Okay, what it means public, I'll show you one thing. So first I will publish it as a private, okay? So 40 position, asset stocks, publish, okay? So now it says published, you see no data available, as we agreed, it's a webcast, okay? But when you start collecting this webcast, you see, oh, I'm sorry, watch list, then you're going to be able to see the aggregated performance. So for instance, aggregated performance of these marine shipping stocks, okay, was, and that's a list, you see, and you can view it right here. There were like, 7 stocks, okay? They gained for the last year 447%, okay? And then what we're right now working on, the ability for you to grab these stocks pretty much out of that exchange. So you go to this marketplace, and you see this is a watch list exchange. That's where you can find pretty much the same list. And you can, because as you can see, that list, which is right here, oops, where is that? Which it's a watch list exchange. Okay, let me go here. My watch list with P&L. Okay. Okay. Now, so you see, I published this long time ago, and now I see that performance is really good. I can view it, okay, and I can also see this inside and out, okay, and if I would have traded these stocks, then I would have gained 447%, okay. So what you can do is to copy that, okay. If you go to this marketplace, it's my watch list, because I have it public free, right? Soon it's going to be for money. you can publish that and then really sell your watch lists. Okay, so if you have your own ideas, you're going to be able to sell these watch lists in this watch list exchange. Okay, so if your watch list is doing really well, you created a really good list, you're going to be able to get it. Okay, you're going to be able to get money for that list. So here, what you can do is to really go to marketplace, go to the watchlist exchange and copy my list. Okay, you can go and copy that. Okay, so that's really a good thing with exchange, where some people are publishing that. We just started that. So you can see this is only my watch list, not that watch list which I did over the time on this type of webcast and the different opportunities. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back. Okay. So we looked at the watch list. I created watch list for you, and then what I can do tomorrow when I open that watch list. Okay. Let's do like that. So that one, this one watch list. And I can click at all, let's say 10 more, okay. I can do the scanning of them right here, okay. Now it becomes a scanner. I'm gonna be looking at this watch list tomorrow if I wanna trade these opportunities. So that means I found really good opportunities, and then I'm going to be able to trade them tomorrow when I open this watch list. Okay. Now, let's analyze this particular list from different perspectives. Okay. So this one is a scorecard. This is an accumulation of why we arrived to the conclusion this is a buy or sell opportunity. Okay. This is a fundamental analysis on that watch list. And this is a technical analysis of that watch list. This is a raw data on fundamentals. And this is an analysis of earnings and dividends, what's happening, who is paying, when, and what, okay? So it's pretty much a kind of a way of discovering anything you want about your watch list or anything you have, okay? So from fundamental analysis, you can actually see the valuation rating, okay, what it is. It means some of the companies undervalued, okay? You see, I'm having about 10 companies which are undervalued, and then at the same time, let's look at the scorecard. Some of them sell, some of them buy opportunities. I can mark them and then reduce the number of stocks in my watch list for tomorrow, okay? This is another is a good rating we have for profit versus risk, where you can sort, okay, green, you see that means it's really good, the smaller the better. So this is a really good list. And then from P ratio opportunities here, this is a better ones, okay? So now, from technical analysis, let's look at this list. I'm not going to go to the details of these indicators, but if you've heard stochastic indicator, you can read RSI indicator, Arun indicator, MACD, momentum, Bollinger, and then moving averages. Okay, so what we do, we're looking at the tactical ideas, whether or not they are good or bad, and then also rating them, okay? So before the trade, what we do, we accumulate fundamental analysis score and technical analysis score, and then it results into the overall rating, okay? So this is after I created the watch list, you can do analysis. Now let's look at the opportunities, how to find them, okay? So you can analyze the same thing as the major banks, or you can start from scratch, let's say create a filter, okay? So for instance, I will show you how to create a filter out of the 6,000 stocks, okay? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say buy, sell, okay? I wanna only strong buys. So from 6,000, I have only 40 stocks right now, strong buys. Ooh, interesting. Out of 6,000, I have only, that means this is for the reason there's strong buys in the falling market, okay? Do we want to go against the market? I don't know. Maybe we should look at the short opportunities. So they're going to do, what are the strong sells? How many of them? I have 391 of strong sells. So you see, this is all strong sells from the AI perspective, okay? Oh, so how we arrive to the strong buy, strong sell opportunities? Again, from fundamental analysis, you see how much red. From technical analysis, it's a lot of red too. And we accumulated that data and then graded them, issued our ratings. It's a strong buy and strong sell, okay? That's the way to use it. So for instance, if you want to create a watch list of strong sells, you click here, you have now 20 stocks, which you can move to the watch list or create a portfolio, look on the screen, or move it to the scanner for tomorrow, okay? So these are the ways of using it, okay? So now, so what is the, I create, okay, now, yeah, let me continue to the introduction to filters. This is a filter which I created. Now I have what 391 stock with strong sells. I'm just doing that just to demonstrate how to use it. And then I want to say market cap is between 10 billion, 20 billion, okay? So I have 31 stock, okay? And this is a strong sell. So what you can do, you can test this filter, which is applied as of today. Today is what, September 30th. But what's the question of whether or not these stocks performed well? Let's say at this particular point, I go to the time machine, and now I'm going to move all the data with the same filter to January 3rd, 2020. Now I'm applying the same filter, and now it's going to generate for me another list, which was the strong sell in those times, okay? So let's look at the shorter period of time, about 1 month. It means like in a, you see, it's pretty much all stocks. Let me do like that. It's like in a movie, Back to the Future. I am in the past. So that means I know a little bit of the past, 1 quarter of the past, and I know 1 month of the future, right? So that means, you see, that was a strong sell. Did they go down within 1 month? You see, pretty much all of them went down within 1 month, which is a good indicator that it worked for this particular point. So we can test other points, and then when we convince that's a really good filter, then we can use it for today. So that's how to use the time machine. So in the time machine, we are right now in January 3rd, 2020. So we want to go turn off, then we go here, and we're now back to the current reality with the same filter. Okay. So these are really brief introductions to the screener. What you can do, you can visit our manuals, how to use it, and the watch videos. The one video is going to be this webcast. There are other videos. So you click here, help. And then let's say you want to look at the find screener, okay? So you can find the manual or the video. You click here on the video, and now it's going to give you the more details how to use this screener. Or you can go to the manual and get more details of what I told you today. When you have a free time, read it here, okay? So you can also subscribe to this type of tool in a button pricing, okay? So what we did here, if you think you are an investor, so then that's for the expert, as we say, it's annual subscription. It's another good demonstration. But you see, we do recommend buying a time machine and a screener, and actually you can save quite a lot on the annual subscriptions if you subscribe to that, okay? So what you can do, you can, with one, it's annual, it's model portfolios, you can unclick them. So you see with this time machine, screener with time machine is $142 for the entire year, okay? That's a good deal, okay? So if you guys, do you have any questions? Nope. Okay, so please don't hesitate to get with me maybe on the one-on-one lesson, okay? So you can subscribe to that, and also try other. That's a big text. Okay. Just wanted to say big appreciation to you. That work. Okay, thank you. Yeah, try. You know what? If you're a first-time user, try our paper trading. Every time before you trade real money, try to use paper trades, and that's going to help you to really do a good job before you start trading real money, okay? So excellent. Thank you for the good text I just read. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Okay, there are some concerns. Okay, all of us are getting any results at all, and auto refresh with push notification never works. Okay, wow, okay. Okay, that's a good, interesting. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take your comments, Roy, and then I'm gonna send it to our customer support. Thank you for them. We're definitely going to improve our system with your help, okay? And then it's 2 sections here. Only frustrated getting any results. Oh, so good commentary. Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really trying to improve our website. Thank you. Okay, so I copied all your comments to our customer support, and whatever we can fix, we're gonna fix it. Okay. So. Okay, thank you, Roy. Thank you. I appreciate all your commentaries. So we're going to work on and analyze your comments tomorrow, okay? It's really gonna help us. We really like all the feedback, okay, we can get. So here I'm gonna then stop this webcast, and then good luck to you guys, okay? Thank you and bye-bye.